Hi guys, Peter Finch here, down with James Buckingham, and we've had a amazing lesson, it has to be said today, changing some of the hardest things to change within a golf swing. Now, James struggled from a very high ball flight and slices off to the right hand side. Now, the reason for this was mainly to do with club face and wrist positioning. Now, from the get-go, the right hand grip was a little bit on the weak side, so a little bit too much on top of the club. So we altered that around a little bit, but also on the backswing, that left wrist was cupping and the club face was opening up quite a lot. So if we have a look at the down the line view here, and all the club head data was showing this as well, there was a large amount of dynamic loft being added. Takeaway was on the inside. You can see the club face opening up at this point. Excuse me. Left wrist at the top of the swing, very much in this cupped position, and club face very much open. Now, to counteract this and try and get the club face square, the hands were moving away from the body, the right hip was staying quite high, there wasn't much lateral movement here. Cutting across, and at the impact point, very, very scoopy to try and get that club face square. Now, like I said, the problems were a very high ball flight, shots off to the right hand side, inconsistencies with impact as well, so heavy shots, slightly thin shots, a lot of different variations. Now, we altered this, well, slightly, shall we say. There were a number of different things that we tried to change, and we did it in a bit of a two-part process, really. The first thing we did was really alter grip and alter setup. So we moved James slightly further away from the ball, fanned that left foot out so we aided his hip movement, and also got that right hand grip in a little bit of a stronger position just to aid with squaring the club face. The takeaway was very interesting, so got James feeling basically like he was taking it away on the outside, which you saw he was taking away on the inside before, and he got it quite neutral on the takeaway, and feeling like that left wrist was bowed under, so very Dustin Johnson style. So you can see here the differences in this point with the club face opening up and then staying much, much squarer. Now, this was only a half swing, but it was really necessary to start with the wedges to get the differences in. Now, you can see here, originally, right hip staying high, arms being thrown out, and this distinctive flick. So what we got James feeling like, he was driving that left hip towards the target as much as possible. So not spinning the hips, just sliding them. And then he was maintaining this feeling of being bowed in the left wrist, which he really wasn't, but maintaining the feeling of being bowed, sliding the hip, and then at impact, keeping the hands ahead, and then exiting off to the left. Now you can see here the difference in the impact is ridiculous. So left arm much, much firmer, left wrist in a much better position, right hand in a nice position as well. Now, this was only a little short chip shot, so this was only going 15 to 20 yards. But when you're making such a massive change like this, it's important that you start small and then build the pace up. And what was very obvious was when the swing started to get longer, to make sure that the club wasn't being flipped on the outside, is that that left hip drive was very important. And you can see even here on a nice full swing how much more improved the impact was in comparison to where it was before. So overall, just an incredible difference. Strikes much, much better. The shot to the right has gone. A few misses more off to the left-hand side because simply just controlling club face is a difficulty at the moment. But that's going to come with practice. Plenty more of these short shots. Lots of hip driving and trying to start that ball just slightly right of the target line. Right, James, really, really good to meet you today. Fantastic work. Guys, please comment below. Let me know what you think. I think James has done a marvellous job here. Striking much improved. I'm really looking forward to seeing what the results will be. All right, bud. Thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Follow us in the links below as well. And we will see you next time.